So, what if I told you the solution to finding alien life isn't out there in the stars, but right here, inside a computer chip? It sounds pretty out there, I know, but we're about to explore a truly wild theory that connects a mind blowing breakthrough in quantum computing to, one of the biggest questions we've ever asked. Are we alone? Okay, just look at this number 10 septillion years. I mean, try to wrap your head around that. Our entire universe, all 14 billion years of it, that's not even a rounding error here. It's nothing. And that is how long our very fastest supercomputer would need to chug along to solve one single, impossibly complex problem. But what if I told you that exact problem was solved in 5 minutes? Yeah, 5 minutes. What should have taken an eternity was just knocked out in less time than it takes to make a cup of coffee. You see, this isn't just a little speed up. It's like we found a cheat code for reality itself. All right, so how on earth is that even possible? To get it, we really need to look at the problem itself. I mean, what kind of calculation could possibly be so monstrous that it demands more time than the universe has even been around? It's called a many-body simulation, Imagine trying to predict the exact path of every single droplet of water in a raging waterfall, all at the same time. Seems impossible, right? Well, now imagine that instead of water, you have billions of tiny, unpredictable electrons all interacting with each other. The number of possible outcomes just explodes, making it completely impossible for a normal computer to keep track of. And that brings us right back to the main event. How do you solve an impossible problem? Well, it turns out you don't just build a faster calculator. You have to build a completely different kind of reality to do the work for you. And this is where things get really, really mind-bending. The solution isn't about processing power as we know it. No, it's about tapping into the unbelievably strange and wonderful rules of the quantum world. And the machine that did it, it's Google's Willow quantum chip. It didn't solve the problem by just being a faster version of what we already had. It solved it by basically cheating time, using the fundamental properties of the universe as a shortcut. So how does it do it? Well, a classical computer is like one librarian in a library the size of a galaxy, checking one book at a time. That's why it would take septillions of years. But a quantum computer, it uses this amazing property called superposition. Think of it like having millions of librarians checking every single book on every shelf all at the exact same instant. It just explores every single possibility simultaneously. So this isn't just another small step forward. The Willow chip proved that we can now solve problems that are literally impossible for the computers we've been using. We now have a completely new kind of tool, one that allows us to interact with reality on a much, much deeper level. And this is where our story takes a really sharp turn. Because if we can build machines that tap into the hidden layers of reality, what does that mean for other, much older civilizations that might be out there in the cosmos? This brings us to a really profound and honestly unsettling puzzle known as the Fermi Paradox and the deep, silent mystery of space. The question was famously asked by the physicist Enrico Fermi during a totally casual lunch. He was talking about the high probability of alien life, and he just paused and asked this simple, powerful question. And all these years later, we still don't have an answer. The logic is pretty simple. Our universe is incredibly old and unbelievably fast. Statistically, there should be billions of planets out there capable of supporting life. The cosmos should be noisy, filled with the signals of countless civilizations. But when we actually point our telescopes to the sky and we listen, all we hear is silence. So this is where the two parts of our story finally connect. The breakthrough of that Willow chip inspires a wild, speculative, but totally fascinating new theory for why we hear that great silence. For decades, our search for extraterrestrial intelligence has been all about looking out. We scan the stars for radio signals, for anything that says, hey, we're here. But what if the ultimate path for a really advanced civilization isn't to expand outward, but to journey inward? This theory of quantum inwardness suggests that once a civilization masters quantum computing, their goal might not be to build bigger spaceships, but to build better universes. They could, in theory, create their own perfect simulated reality inside a quantum computer, a digital cosmos where they could live forever. They wouldn't die out, they'd just move out. They'd graduate from our physical reality and become completely invisible to us. And that leaves us with a final, kind of haunting question. Maybe the great silence isn't a sign that the universe is empty. Maybe it's a sign that it's full of advanced civilizations that have just turned inward. existing in a reality we can't even perceive yet. So, are we truly alone? Or are we just looking in completely the wrong place?